3 years ago, me, my brother Billy, and his fiancée Gwendolyn took on the mammoth task of restoring this stunning French chateau. At first, it was just the three of us. But since then, the whole family has moved in to help bring this place back to its former glory. And not forgetting the newest family member, baby Ernest. We do everything ourselves, from fixing the leaky roof, managing the vast 60-acre estate, to restoring the grand interiors back to the way they were 100 years ago. It's not always easy, but that's what makes life in a place like this interesting. My name's Michael, and I'm going to be showing you what it's like to live, work, and play at Chateau de Basmaignee. Well, I managed to sand that whole side, you saw that last week, and we've done this side, that's all been varnished, and now I'm just working on sanding the middle part. But this is our last sanding pad, this size. But if we can get this last bit sanded, I can varnish it and it's done. But it's getting a bit close. Well, we run into a snag. The only pads that we've got are these 120 grit ones, and they're too fine. They just keep picking up the wax and they're not sanding it properly. So we're gonna have to go to the DIY shop. Now we've heard that they are opening and they're letting people in a few at a time, but you have to wear a mask and you have to wear gloves. But we don't have masks, so I might have to make a pair. That way we can go and get some sanding pads and finish the staircase. There's no point of just rushing it just for the sake of getting it done, because it's very old and it needs, it needs doing properly. Right, well, we can't do much more with the staircase today. We're gonna have to go out tomorrow and get some more sanding pads. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna show you around the guest house because you haven't seen that yet and it's really nice. So let's go and take a look. Okay, well this guest house, well it's the guest house now, it actually used to be lived in by people that maintained the estate when the family weren't here, because the chateau originally was a summer residence for the people that owned it. So they weren't here in the winter, but it's been completely done up so it doesn't look the way it did anymore. Just come in and I'll show you around. Put the light on. Well, this is the entrance hall. As you can see, it's really, really modern compared to the rest of the chateau. But this is a really interesting feature in here. Let me just show you. Now, normally we keep this room locked when we have paying guests here, because this is where we just keep all of the cleaning stuff and spare things like, baby changing tables. But you can't really see it because there's all cleaning stuff in the way. But just here is the original bread oven for the chateau. So years ago, obviously, people didn't go to bakers to get their bread. They made it all on site, and this is where they made it. And you would have put logs in here, lit a fire, and all of the smoke would have gone out and up here through this flue. And then once it was hot enough, you would have like a long stick, like a scraper, and you would push all of the embers to the side, and you would put all of your bread in. And usually a lot of people in the local area would have made their bread and let it rise, and they would have all bought it here on a specific day of the week, and everyone would have put their bread in. And there you go, that's how they made it years ago. The thing is, this bread oven was actually outside originally. It wasn't inside, so they've added this extension and enclosed it. So we can't use it anymore, obviously, because it would fill the whole guest house with smoke. But once upon a time, this is where they cooked all the bread. Now this is a really nice feature. It reminds me a bit of like an old wine cellar in an old chateau. They've used these, they look like bricks, but they're actually tiles, and they've tiled it in an arch. So it looks really nice. Obviously this would have just been a bit of a boring corridor, so they did this to make it look interesting. But this is the kitchen. Come and have a look. This place is obviously self-catering when people stay here, so they've got the facilities to cook and sit in here and eat, so that's nice. But I'll show you some more interesting rooms. So come and look at this. So this part of the building was actually, it's not original, it was a lot smaller, this part. What they did is they extended it and made this huge open space and put these massive windows in, and it lets so much light in. It's a really, really nice space, and it's been done to such a high quality. I mean, all of the doors, they're oak. You've got this wood panelling here and this plaster detail here. So it's really nice. And got my old piano over there. That was from when I first started to play the piano when I was about 9 or 10. The first piano my mum and dad bought me was an old Victorian thing, and the piano tuner came out to try and tune it, and he just said it's just beyond repair. You need to if he's serious about him playing the piano, you need to go and buy a decent one. So luckily they wouldn't have bought me that, and I've still got it to this day. But it needs a tune. It's a bit out of tune. I'll show you this. We've got here. We've got a toilet. I don't know how interesting a toilet is, but you're welcome to have a look. There's 2 toilets downstairs, and you've got this room. This used to be a utility room, like a laundry room, but the only bathrooms in this place were 2 en-suites for the 2 upstairs bedrooms. So there wasn't a bath or a shower for anyone that would be sleeping in the rooms that don't have en-suites. So we put this shower in, and it's nice and big. Not much more to say about that. Let's turn that light off. I'll take you upstairs and show you the bedrooms. Well, this is the mezzanine landing for the guest house. It's really nice because you can come up here and you can look over the sitting room. You've got nice views out of the windows of the chateau and the lovely old, what tree is that? Chestnut tree there. Actually, that chestnut tree was so huge when we moved here, it was actually growing over the top of the building, and it was a bit of a hazard. So we cut a lot of the branches off of it, made that a bit smaller. Got these lovely shades that go on the lights here, the wall lights. They're from Murano, and actually me and Stephanie went to Venice last year, and we went to Murano and saw some of the glass factories. Actually, I'll link to that video at the end of this one so you can have a look, because that was a really, really nice trip, that. So that reminds me of our holiday in Venice. I'll show you this bedroom. Well, you've got a bathroom here, just a small one, and you've got a cupboard there which we keep the laundry in. And this we call the dormitory. I mean, the guest house can sleep up to 15 people comfortably, but sometimes we don't have that many people staying here. Sometimes it's just 2 or 3 couples, so they have the normal bedrooms normally. But this one is available for large groups of people. So we've just got all of these beds and put them in. And this is nice. It's got a lovely built-in bookcase along this wall. So we leave loads of books in there for guests to read. It's a nice, airy, bright room. What more can I say about it? Let me show you some of the other bedrooms, actually. They're really nice. So you've got this long corridor here that goes down to the next 2 bedrooms. Now, these bedrooms aren't made up for guests at the minute because obviously with what's going on, we haven't got any bookings for this summer. But as soon as the lockdown has been lifted, this place will be open for business for people that want to come and stay here on their holidays. And we get people from all over the world staying here a lot. So I'll just show you around so you can get an idea. If you want to come and stay at the chateau and meet us and have a holiday here, explore the forests and the grounds and things like that, then you're more than welcome to book this place through our website. This is a nice bedroom. It's not a huge bedroom, but it's really, really comfortable. It's got an amazing comfortable mattress in it. This is quite an interesting detail. The wallpaper, I won't touch it because I might have dirty hands from doing the stairs, is actually silk. So it's silk wallpaper, and I've no idea how people install silk wallpaper without getting it completely filthy. Maybe it's a paste the wall job, but I won't touch it because I don't want to make a mess of it, but I can assure you it's very, very soft. You've got a lovely ensuite in this room with a huge shower. So this guest house was completely restored from, well, what we were told was a ruin, uninhabitable ruin. And the previous owners, they were going to turn the chateau into a hotel. And what they did is they renovated the guest house as their home. They were going to live in here and run that building as a hotel. Obviously, they changed their plans and decided to sell. That was really lucky because this place, we didn't have to do any work to it. It was already done. Got a lovely big shower. What more could you want in a shower? That's lovely. Nice sink. Bidet, that's a very European thing. We don't really have them much in England, but people seem to love them in France. Keep yourself nice and clean. There you go, that's the ensuite. It's got lovely views over of the chateau just there. You can see the nice willow tree in the background. But you're sort of sheltered from the chateau because there's a lovely old chestnut tree in the way that kind of blocks the view, so people from the chateau can't see into these windows. Very nice. So I'll show you the next bedroom, which is the master suite. Let's turn these lights off. If you follow me, once again you've got this lovely silk wallpaper throughout. The beds aren't made up because there's no guests at the minute, but there's a very, very interesting bed in here. Now this was left by the previous owners. This was their bed. So it's two beds, but it's one bed. So it's bizarre. So obviously they could sleep in the same bed, but have their own bed each, which was probably quite nice. You've got plenty of room. Make of it what you will, but the owners, previous owners, that was their bed and they left it here. And it's a lovely, good quality bed. I'm sure it was very expensive. But actually, you could probably get like a couple and their children in here or something. So there's plenty of space. Once again, you've got nice windows that look out over the chateau just there. Well, this is the master ensuite. Just turn the lights on. And this is a lovely big bathroom. You've got a jacuzzi tub there. But we had a problem with the jacuzzi tub. Every time you switch it on, it seems to just go crazy and spray water all over the room. So at the minute it's switched off, but maybe we can get it running again, I don't know. So come out onto the balcony. It needs a bit of a repaint. I might do that soon actually before we have any more guests. I've never actually been on this balcony before, if you can believe that. It's nice, got nice views. You can see over to the Cedar of Lebanon there. You've got the willow tree there and the chateau in the background. People that come and stay here say it's absolutely lovely because it's so peaceful and quiet here. You've literally got the whole place to yourself, and you can explore the grounds. There's the tennis court. We haven't got a pool yet. We are going to put a pool in for our guests. There you go, it's very nice. So this is the view from the guest house. It's really nice. You've got the chateau there in the background, that lovely old chestnut tree there, and all down the path is lined with rose bushes. And we've got loads of different types here. In fact, I think the last time we counted, there was almost 100 rose bushes on the estate. And there's lots of different ones here. So when you walk past in the summer, when they're all in bloom, it smells absolutely gorgeous. And they've all been pruned back. Got a lovely terrace here. So anyone that stays here, we normally put a lovely table out here with the barbecue and people can sit outside the chateau. It's really, really nice. And we haven't done any gardening because there's no guests right now. So there's no point. But you've got these beautiful irises. In fact, these are some of my favourite flowers, iris. In fact, I know that they use the root of these as a flavour in some gins and also in perfumes. And they call it orris root. And that's really nice. You've got these lovely buxus hedges here. Normally we get a trimmer and they're all perfectly square, but obviously no one here. We haven't done it. But yeah, it's a beautiful place to sit in the summer. You've got the shade from that tree there. It's lovely. Big thunderstorm in the distance. Perfect place to spot it from up here in the tower. water the garden for sure. Oh my God, I need to shut this window. I have not seen rain like that in a long time. Oh God. This water's going to find its way in. Wow. Listen to the noise of that. Ah, someone left the door open. Whoa! Look at the flag. Whoa! Listen to the noise. We've got a leak. Another leak. Lots of leaks. Let's have a look out here. Whoa. That is a proper storm. Whoa. Pouring in through the roof there. Not much we can do about it. That's a crazy storm. I can't believe how much water there is. Look, a nice leak coming through there. Always finds a way in. I definitely won't open that window.
So tell us what you're doing, Michael.
Well, we're going to the D.I.Y shop, and there's one condition. If you want to go in, you have to wear a mask and gloves. We don't have any masks, so I'm going to make some. If these turn out well, I'll make them for everyone. Because there may be a condition that when lockdown's finished in France, that if you want to go out, you still have to wear a mask. So they may become a new fashion accessory. I hate to say it. Right, so we've got all the pieces that we need. We've got enough to make one there, enough to make one there. Should we give this a go? Is it on? I'm going to set it to quite a tight stitch. That should do. Another stitch. Well, it's a bit rough. I've never made one before, but we'll try it out, shall we? It's a bit loose.
That looks fine.
I don't know what that is about. I think this one's a bit loose.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Should it work?
Yeah, it looks good.
There you go. Alright, well that's my mask done. I went for a slightly different design with this one. There's the back. Matches my shorts. Colour coordinated, you see. Right, so I've got my mask. Made it myself. Well, I'm sure I'll show you later how it goes on. But yeah, we're just going to the D.I.Y shop. First time I've been out in 7 weeks. Exciting? Excited, Billy?
Yes. You need to get the garage key because we've only got 3 gloves. We need 4.
Could be quite a good little fashion accessory, this thing. Oh look. So you have it round your neck like a little cravat sort of thing. You know, you can have nice fabric, and then when you need it, you just pop it up over. Look, there you go. A little damp patch there.
Would you like to open the gate?
Yeah, I'll open the gate. So what do you have to do when you get in the shop then? You just
Gloves and mask on.
put gloves and mask on. This is our local village, Montenay. Not much happens here.
gloves. Where are the gloves? Gloves. Well, that was a success. The gloves ripped. I'll just put that one in my pocket. Here we are. Well, making these masks was a waste of time because they actually give them you at the front door. Isn't that weird? Look at that.
Yeah. Joke's on you, boy. Are you vlogging?
I'm vlogging, yeah. I'm vlogging in public. It's bizarre, isn't it? Look. Oh God, you can buy sulfuric acid. Lovely. Don't think we'll be needing that. How exciting. Look, we've got sandpaper. Loads and loads of sandpaper. We're going to need all of it.
All good.
Well, that was a short trip out. It's like a jungle.
It has got like a jungle. I quite like it.
We're home.
Hello and welcome to the Chateau's Woods. Going out was a bit of a bizarre experience. I've never experienced that before. You know, everyone needs to do their bit to keep everyone safe, so didn't mind doing that one bit. We've got the sanding discs now, so we can finally finish that staircase. You were meant to see it almost finished by now, but you know, we had a few setbacks. That's fine. I really want to thank all of the patrons who signed up to Patreon. I've got some amazing things coming out to you. In next week's video, I might show you some of the gifts that I'm doing for my patrons. All the top tier patrons get hand painted and signed watercolor done by me. And all of the mid tier ones, you get a print of a piece of artwork that I've done. That's also signed with a thank you note on the back. You get invited to events at the Chateau, discounts on stays. All of the lower tier patrons, they get access to exclusive videos, behind the scenes stuff that you won't see on YouTube. So yeah, I want to thank all of the patrons who signed up so far because your contributions, however small, are going to really help me to keep making these videos and come up with interesting content for you. Also, I want to do a shout out for my friend Stephanie Jarvis. Everyone, please go and subscribe to her channel because she's been doing it for 2 years. I've been doing it for 5 weeks and I've got double the amount of subscribers, and it's only fair that she gets some recognition for all the hard work that she does. She works tirelessly to restore that chateau, so she really deserves a few more subscribers. So go and subscribe to Stephanie, please. Also, I really want to give a shout out to a lady, I'm not sure if I should mention her name, a lady in America. She sent me a big box of gifts. And those gifts were so amazing. I've been using my teacup, I've got my little bee emblem by my computer when I edit, and all of the lovely things. Gwendolyn appreciated her gifts, Billy, Ernest, everyone. Thank you so much. That really cheered me up and it made my week, so thank you. Yeah, come back next week because there's loads more interesting stuff for you to see. Probably gonna do a bit of baking, some artwork, finish the staircase, and loads more things. I'll have to come up with some ideas for you. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.